Okay, today I would like to talk about newspaper. Newspaper is very common thing worldwide. Newspaper also exist in this trend now, 2024. Most of the young generation, they don't like to read newspaper because they love to use scrolling mobile phone. They love to get news by mobile phone and watch something by watching something. So although newspaper also exist in this trend, and in if I talk about worldwide, there are some newspaper such as there are some renowned newspapers such as the Guardians, the New York Times, and there are popular Japanese newspaper also renowned. I at this moment I forget the Japanese newspaper names, whatever, and if they published any news from their website or uh, from their own perception, most of the people they believed on their news because they never published any fake news and any irrelevant news, because they know about their brands, and they know what people accept, what people want to accept from them. So as a English learner, I like to read their news, and those who want to learn English, I also recommend them minimum half an hour in a day. You should reading newspaper. By reading newspaper, you can get many vocabularies, and you can take from the you can take unknown vocabularies from their news, and by taking you can implement by making sentence, and by this method your English will be improved, and you will if you continue this work more than 1 or 2 months, after 2 months you will see like magic, because your English is because your English will be your because your English will must improve after 2 months. And if I talk about my country, in my country there are some newspaper like the Daily Star, which is the English newspaper, and there were Bangla newspaper like Kaler Konto, Protamalo, Manav Jomin, and so on. There are lots of newspaper, and if I talk about the Daily Star, Daily Star also English newspaper. By reading, if you want to learn English, and if by purpose of learning English, we should I think we should read newspaper, and by reading newspaper we can increase our level. So now talk about the newspaper. Newspaper can be anything like English or Bangla, and or their mother tongue. It doesn't matter. For lack of reads, now we are losing our imagination, and by scrolling for scrolling mobile our imagination is decreasing day by day. We can't think for a long term, and we cannot decide for good things, and our ability also decreasing day by day because of lack of study, and lack of reads. So now if when you read something, and you also imagine that, and if I say, do you know what color of blue? You can imagine that what color can be the blue. If you see the blue color, and you know the blue color, but you can't imagine. So I prefer to read newspaper. In newspaper, by reading newspaper, we can get the knowledge about our surroundings, about our country, and what's going on in our country, and also worldwide, and we can get the knowledge many various things, like political magazines, job sector, and how can struggle their life, and talking about poor people, and how can billionaire work for their for making money. So there are lots of things. I mentioned some of things, but you can think about now this, by reading the newspaper, how many things we are knowing, and if we do not read any newspaper, how many things we miss for just not reading newspaper. And in newspaper, there are part of magazine, entertainment part, and most of the people love to entertaining part. They want to know in this month, or upcoming festivals, how many film will release, and are there any favorite actor or actress, and how how they lead their life, how they lead their life how they lead their life, actress and actor, their favorite actor and actress, how can lead life, how can they maintain their fitness, etc. And there are another segments is the segments is about sports. Those who are sports lover, by reading newspaper, we can get the knowledge, about sports. In the worldwide, there are there are many kinds of sports, such as cricket, football, badminton, how to do rugby, tennis, golf, and many things, sports. So I don't know which sports do you love play most, or do you love watching most. It can be anything, but if you are sports lover, you can get the knowledge about sports, and by reading newspaper, it will increase your imagination, and increase your knowledge. In by reading, if we read newspaper, we also find another segment is how can people struggle for their for a meal. So we can't realize, because we are alhamdulillah, very good rather than those who are lead their life uh, by facing many difficulties and many what many things. And by learning you can by learning about poor struggle people, you can also take knowledge from them by reading those of news. And there are those who are already billionaire, they have also struggle, they had also struggle in their early life. So by reading their um, uh, bio, bio, biographical what bio by reading their biodata, you can know about them. And another segment is if you read newspaper, we can find another segment is job sector. Most of the people said they don't find any job. Why don't they find any job? Because they don't look about any job. And in newspaper, if they read newspaper, maybe they will find many kind of jobs, but they don't look they don't want to they are not interested reading newspaper. That's why they don't find any job news. So there are many employer, they are looking skilled worker, and they are looking honest person for her or his company, but they don't find a skilled person and honest person. And if you are a honest person, I think you should read newspaper. By reading newspaper, you can you can get information about many kinds of jobs, and you can apply if you are eligible for that job, you can apply for that job. And I wish if you are the right person, you will get this job. So it's if you just look on the paper, you can find many jobs are available. So go for it. In newspaper another thing is that political issue. Those who are want to be a politician, and those who are want to lead their life as a politician, I think they should read a newspaper. If will they not read newspaper, I think most of the news and most of the political issues they will miss. And for missing that matters, they will never speech on the in front of the people. And lack of knowledge, they will lose their acceptance from general people. So it's highly recommended for if you want to learn, if you want to be a politician, you should read newspaper. I think a newspaper have more than 20 pages, and among them more than 10 pages all about politician, all about politics. So if you read newspaper daily, you can you imagine how can knowledge you will gather? Yes, you will never remember some of the most of the news, but if you put many mm, things on your head, maximum of the issue, and you can remember. And if anyone spoke about the major things like major issue, you can if you read that if you read that on newspaper, I think you will remember the things. Because if you watch something, you will never recall, you will after a year or after months you will never recall. Or if you read something, your you can recall it after 2 or 3 years. It doesn't matter. Because when you read something, you have to take you have to spend many times, and you cannot focus you cannot focus on other things. And by focusing on that, by focusing reading newspaper, your full concentration has been on the newspaper. That is why you will remember. You can remember after that. You can remember that issue after 3 or 4 years. It's without hesitation. And if you watch something, most of the time you can never remember many things, because you have lots of things. You have watched lots of things. That is why you can't remember properly. So I do not neglected watching something. Yes, I'm also watch. I also watch many things, but now I am trying to recover myself, because I don't want to addicted watch something, because I was an addicted person for gaming, scrolling on the mobile. Now I am trying to my best for leave that bad habits. And as soon as possible I sleep. I go to sleep for I go to sleep early, and I want to get up early in the morning. So, okay, let's talk about the newspaper. Now I will talk about my local newspaper. In my local newspaper, there are some renowned newspapers such as Hobbyganj Express, the Daily Bibiana, and so on. If I want to get information about my local area, I have no other alternative except reading newspaper. Because in newspaper I can find easily all the major things, what is going in my surrounding. Because now we are not now we are not not want to get the knowledge by walking, or by working, and by spending time. And that's why we want get information by from our home. So if you want to get information from your home, I will recommend you should you should read your local newspaper. In local newspaper you can get all the information, like for like political issue, job issue, and your surrounding. So today I will I want to finish my talk about newspaper. So tomorrow, inshallah, I will talk about another topic. So uh, so this is the all things I have mentioned about newspaper. So tada.